Okay, you don't have to be aware like, this is Brahman, this is Brahman, this is Brahman. You don't have to keep repeating to yourself. But a clear recognition, I am not this body. It's a recognition where you see that, all this is happening within me. You're not repeating in words to yourself. You're not saying the word Brahman. You're just clearly recognizing that this body is functioning automatically. And I'm simply knowing. That is what I'm asking everybody. Is that recognition moment to moment? That clear recognition of the separation, not being the body anymore. The way earlier we used to think, oh, I am the body. I am doing this, or I am ignoring this, or I am getting involved, or I am not getting involved. The difference is recognizing, no, I was never the body. This body is automatically operating in a situation. In some situation, it gets involved. In some situation, it's not involved. I am not this body, mind, personality. I am not this person. That continuous recognition of being the field of awareness rather than being this embodied person. Is this there moment to moment? That's what I'm asking. As a child, we were told, mom said, you do this because I said so. Dad said, you do this because I said so. You grow up, you go to school, kindergarten even. Teacher said, you do this because I said so. So we have grown up with that conditioning. You do this because I said so. So what happened in the process? Nothing wrong. A child needs to learn. What happened in the process, what was suppressed in the process, is the ability to distinguish, to discriminate. Yes? That ability got suppressed. We also did not work on it on our own. As we grew older, boss said, you do this because I said so. Otherwise, you will not get your salary. Yes, so we got used to because I said so. So the habit pattern has been that now a spiritual guru also should tell me and I will just blindly follow. That is the Dvaitam path. You followed that for a long time and you realize the teacher tells you cultivate happiness. Happiness is the state of your mind. Yes, you have to always be happy and you cannot be happy. You're faking it. You're faking it. And still you go on and you're faking it and the teacher tells you be happy and you cannot. And you're like, what's going on? That's when you break out of because I said so. That's how you break out of Dvaitam beliefs and you come to realization, there has to be something that I'm missing. That's when you're ready for Advaita Vedanta, especially Ajatvada. That's where Nisargadatta Maharaj comes in, Atmananda Krishna Menon comes in. These teachers, they are never going to tell you, do this. Sit down, close your eyes, do from here to here, and you'll get this. No, that's not the way they were. Not Ramana Maharshi, not J. Krishnamurti. None of these teachers will be like that. They'll be very clear. You have to work on Viveka, which means you become spiritually independent. All your life you have been dependent on a teacher, on mom, on dad, a friend, a guru, somebody or the other. Suddenly you're asked to be independent. So it takes some time. Are you getting what I'm saying? You're not going to become spiritually independent overnight. Yes, so you need a person in your life which is just a GPS, which is the guru positioning system, who's telling you, I am not your guru. Look inside. When you look inside, you'll find the guru. What does this mean? Why is Ramana saying this again and again? What does it mean? It means that you become spiritually independent, no more depending on the external. Till the time you're dependent on the external, you have a belief that that external person exists. The external world exists. Then how will you see this as Jagat Mithya? Impossible. Are you seeing what I'm saying? Are you getting exactly the methodology of Advaita Vedanta and these teachers? Yes. So you have to now completely shun all old beliefs. That's the only obstacle on your path. Are you seeing this? From just two people's self evaluation and experience sharing. What came in the middle? What is your obstacle? Just a past belief. Yes, that it's going to happen through an external person or through some external wisdom. No. It already is Brahman. It doesn't have to happen, number one. It is already Brahman. Yes. Second, this body-mind is already independently functioning automatically. It's not going to happen one day that the body will independently function automatically and I'll be separate. No, it is like this right now. Then what is lacking? Power to discriminate. Viveka. I cannot discriminate between that which is real and that which is illusion yet. Are you seeing where we are lacking? Yes, that is the only thing that needs to be worked on right now. Only thing. Yes. Number one, Ekta is not going to do anything for me. Ekta is not responsible. An external guru is not responsible. The book, Atmananda Krishna Menon's Atma Nirvriti or Nisargadatta Maharaj's I Am That, it is not going to do anything for me. Any wisdom cannot do anything for me. I have to start developing my viveka. The viveka has been suppressed. Nothing to blame, nobody to blame. My only projection, the entire personal world. I have projected it that way. Is this very clear? Yeah. I have projected it that way. Now I have to change the projection at the source. I cannot change one particular thing. At the source. Yes. So at the source, I recognize, I am and I always was the awareness, the field of awareness, the single screen on which these images play. Yes, they arise, they disappear. They arise, they disappear. They arise, they disappear. When the images are playing continuously and the images have some kind of a logical sequence of appearance and disappearance, I call that the waking state. This waking state goes away, then there is an illogical sequence of images that appears. I call that the dream state. Yes. I have an assumption that I am the physical body lying in bed, asleep, and I am having the dream state. No. When the dream state is going on, when you're seeing the tiger running behind you, do you know that you are lying in bed? No, that is an assumption. Mithya. So now start recognizing, this was only a belief that I am lying in bed and having a dream. No. All that I know in my direct experiences, there is a dream. Tiger running behind me. I have zero proof of the existence of a waking state. There never was a waking state for me if I go to sleep. This is my truth. Yeah? Even for a few glimpses, you do become aware in the dream, that the dream is going on. Yes, that time also you do not know that you are a body lying in bed. Yes, that part is belief. The existence of a body lying in bed in the waking state. Yeah, that is a belief. How can waking state and dream state exist together? There is no existence of these two together. Yes, but I have created that belief, and all my life I believed it. I am the body lying in bed, and inside me there is a dream state. And then inside me the dream state goes, and then there is a deep sleep state. All this was a belief. Do you see this? Now all I have to do is be able to separate this belief from my direct experience. That is the meaning of Viveka. When I am successful in separating the two and seeing, oh no, my direct experience is only this, that when there is a dream, there is only the dream. I have no proof if I was a body lying on the bed and sleeping. Is that very clear for everybody? Yeah. So this was just an example I threw out to help you understand the meaning of developing Viveka. Yeah. I just threw out this example so that you understand, I carried this belief, and now for some of us, almost all of us, yes, this belief is gone. So this Viveka has been developed. For some of us, it has still not been fully developed. Yes? So now we know, okay, this is what is Viveka. This is what I need to work on. Yeah? See, it's a Sanskrit word and we are trying to express it in English language. Yeah? So you have to understand its bhav rather than the English word, the power of discrimination. Yeah? Basically seeing reality as it is and removing the pebbles from the rice. That is called Viveka. Being able to distinguish, these might be white color pebbles, but they are pebbles, they are not rice. Do you see this? So I have to remove that which is simply a belief, which is an assumption, which does not make sense, cannot be reality. It was a blind belief. Now, how will this happen? How will you be able to really make this effort? Ekta is not going to come and tell you, oh, see, Shailaja, white pebble. Shailaja has to see white pebble and separate it out from the rice. Has this become very clear what is spiritually independent? Very, very clear? That's why. Number one, never get attached to Ekta. Number two, don't be dependent that Ekta will take me out of this. Ekta is showing me the path, but I have to walk it. Yes, I have to be able to develop my Viveka. She's there to instruct me, but she cannot do the work for me. Impossible. Yes, impossible. On the Dvaitam path, the gurus, the teachers want you to be dependent on them because their spiritual shop works from your pocket. Yeah? Maharaj has got nothing to do with running a spiritual shop. If he sees somebody gets attached to him, he'll tell him, get out. Don't come here for a year. That's exactly what I've done with a few people. Some volunteers got very attached. I said, you take a break from Jnana Sangha for some time. You don't listen to Ekta, you don't read Ekta's blog, you do not. Just take a break, vacation 1 year. We'll meet in 2023. Yeah. I've actually done that with some people. That's why you see some volunteers are out. Why? Because there's so much gooey attachment that had started. You're doing the same thing that you were doing before. For me, it's good. I'll get very strong volunteers. Very good for the organization. But building the organization is not the motto here. What's the point? Do you see what I'm saying? You are the motto here. You have to recognize the truth. You have to recognize, my Viveka is not fully developed. And that's what I need to work on. This is the last straw. Yeah? Because Atmananda gave you everything. Now you have all the tools. There is no knowledge now that you will not understand. Any book you pick up on Advaita Vedanta, you will understand because you've already done it with Atmananda and you've done it with the self-explorations, except in those classes where you were sleeping like a backbencher and ignored a point. Except those points, the rest you will be able to oh, yeah, I get this. Yeah, so anything you read, anything you listen to, you will get on the path of Advaita now. Intellectually understanding is not going to be the problem. What is going to be the issue? Viveka. Now being able to, in my daily routine, be able to separate the pebbles, white pebbles from the rice. This is an assumption. Does not make sense. It's not a part of my direct experience. Yeah. So you recognize that I have to work on my Viveka. I did not call India. I knew that the person called Shailaja called India. Yeah, work on this. Start recognizing this. It's okay for language at home with the husband, with the kids. You use the regular language, but you correct yourself after you say that to them. That actually it was the person called Shailaja that was doing this activity. I never did it. I just knew that it was happening. Yes. So what is this? I am working on developing my Viveka. I don't have to vocalize it to the family members. They don't need to know. It is for me. It's a personal thing. Yeah. So an inner way of, I'm just using Shailaja's example. This is a homework for everybody. It is a way for me to work on my Viveka. But I don't have to do it loudly. It has to be internal, just a reminder for myself again and again. and being able to see that I am the field of awareness in which there is the body mind called Shailaja and the family members, and there is a phone. I pick up the phone. India is in me, the field of awareness. The person I'm calling in India is in me, the field of awareness. And seeing this very clearly, even though you are talking, when you're speaking with a person in India, you're using the word I. But I cannot do, I cannot talk, I'm not the one talking. That recognition, this is the development of Viveka. That discriminating, moment to moment to moment to moment. Clear?
So Hamsa swan is said to have the highest viveka. It can separate milk from water. That's why sages are called Paramahamsa.
Yes.
It drinks only the milk and leaves behind the water.
Yes. That's what you have to get to become a Hamsa. Yeah? Then the journey is done. Yeah? With these last 2-3 chapters, we'll just complete the intellectual journey. Yeah, we'll complete the journey of collecting all the tools. A lot of it has become experiential. You have completed the inward journey fully. Yes, outward journey, most of you have started out. Yeah, but somewhere you keep slipping. That little part, the last tool for that is Viveka. This Viveka was not very strong in the beginning. Yes, if you realize, you just followed what Atmananda said, what Nisargadatta Maharaj said, Ekta said. Good, it got you in. It gets you in. It's not that it doesn't. Very easy to recognize, I am Brahman. The difficult part is, this world, my personal world, is an illusion. Do you see this? Yeah. So here now, on this journey, the last obstacle is the development of Viveka. Is this very clear? Yeah. Now for some people it's going to be very quick. Yeah. Now please don't get into that competition. Now I have to get there in 2 chapters. In 2 chapters Atmananda gets over, so I have to get there in 2 chapters. Not a running race. Yeah, it's not a race. No. After this, I keep marinating in the whole thing again and again and again, and use my Viveka personally in my daily routine, because where is the obstacle? It's in the outward journey only. There is no more an obstacle in the inward journey. Is that correct? Am I saying that correctly for everybody? So, inward journey, you're 100% clear. I am Brahman. That is 100% clear. Yes? Yeah. Only this outward part where I slip because of Jagat Mithya, sometimes I cannot see it as Mithya. Yes. This part takes some marination for some people. For some people, it takes a long time, some people little bit. Yes. No comparison. I will just keep marinating. Very clear? So even if Atma Nirvriti is over and you want to join the Atma Darshan, that's fine, your wish, you can join. Yes, but you're just marinating in the knowledge so that you don't slip big time, because it's a slippery slope. Na? Jagat Mithya is a slippery slope. You have heard about fallen yogis? Yes, you can really fall back. Hai na? So how do you avoid falling back? I marinate till I am 100% sure I see this moment to moment to moment to moment to moment. Clear? Number 1, not getting attached to the mentor. Number 2, making an attempt to be spiritually independent. Number 3, not declaring before it is time that yes, I got it all. This is the biggest warning. Yeah? Only when I'm 100% sure, yes, I do not slip anymore. I can 24/7 recognize I am the field of awareness, not this person. I'm not this. This person doesn't exist only. When it's a moment to moment to moment, that's the day you come and declare, yes, Ekta, I am there. I'm done. Clear? Okay. After Atma Nirvriti is over, you are free, completely free. Yes? It's up to you whether you want to do Atma Darshan or not. It is up to you whether you want to continue doing with Jnana Sangha or not. From my side, my intention is that you be spiritually independent. Do you see that? Yes? So feel free to pick up any Advaita Vedanta book, anything, and test yourself. Can I really understand this? Can I recognize this? Not the question of intellectually recognizing, experientially seeing. Yeah, the test must go on, the marination must go on. Very, very clear.
Most of the times when I open my mouth to speak, the involvement springs in there.
Okay. Okay. So you have to now actually start interacting more with people and seeing that I am not talking. I am this entire field of awareness in which there is this person sitting here speaking, the hands are moving, but I am here. This is not my location. What was my previous belief? This is my location. And not in exact words, but this is a mental thing that we had a belief in. This is where I am localized. Oh, awareness cannot be localized. I am that awareness. I am the witness. The witness cannot be localized. Yeah. So now being able to distinguish, oh, this was just a belief. Now, if I keep this belief aside while interacting with this person or a group of people, whatever, in the middle of that heated conversation, can I recognize this is all happening in me, the field of awareness? I'm not this. Yeah. This idea of being the person itself is that white pebble. So I remove this white pebble right in the middle of interaction. And see, can I recognize while talking that I'm the field of awareness in which there is this body mind and that body mind, and there is interaction going on, a verbal interaction, but I'm not localized here. This is not my location. Yeah? This is my location, if you want to speak in those words. But the whole viveka has to be a practice. That is why it's called a sadhana. Yes, it cannot be that you learn the definition of viveka and hope someday some god is going to magically pop viveka into my lap. It's not going to happen. I have to be able to recognize, white pebble, rice. Separate them out. Yeah? So work on this today. Because only this last bit is left where you are slipping. Yes, your recognition is very clear. You see very clearly, I am Brahman. Where are you slipping? In the Jagat Mithya part, the outward journey. You just said while talking to people, it would be many other things. You figure out whatever activity of this body is, where I think I forget that I am the field of awareness and I assume to be this person. Yeah? Recognize. Recognize that little moment and viveka. Okay. Why are you questioning the world? It's like questioning the tiger in the dream. Why is there a tiger in the dream? The dream should stop completely. No. You have projected the tiger in the dream. The tiger is going to run behind you for as long as you have given it life. You have given it life, and now you're saying, now why is it living? You gave it life. Why is there a wave in the ocean? There is a wave in the ocean because the ocean produced it. After producing the ocean current, now the ocean can't say, now I don't want the current. You produced it. Yes? So the wave is not different from the ocean. Just by labeling it as the wave, it does not become different from the ocean. Similarly, I have just labeled this as world. It is not different. It is not different from Brahman. It is Brahman. Yeah, many years ago, I had a very beautiful red painting up. Abstract painting. Have you seen abstract paintings? You can't figure out what they are. They're just abstract. And it was a beautiful red crimson color. And it's a huge wall, double-storied wall. Yeah. So a beautiful lemon yellow wall. And this huge reddish crimson painting, abstract. So whoever came, I see the face of a woman. Somebody came, I see the moon. Somebody else said, I see the sunset. And I could not see any of these. Where are all these people? Where are all these things? I don't see anything. I just see beautiful art. I just see color. That's all it is. It's color. No, I see this shape. I see that shape. So in abstract art, you can make your own thing out of it. It's a reflection of your state of mind. That is the beauty of abstract art. Correct? Yeah. You are the one who goes and puts the label of the woman's face, the moon, the sun, or the sunset colors of the sky. You put labels. Were the labels there in the abstract art? No. It was just color. Is this clear? Yes? So your labels are the white stones. It is just color is rice. Are you seeing what I'm saying? Yeah. If you're not getting this example, please go look at an abstract art painting. Even on Google, you'll find something abstract art. And you see how the mind has a tendency to try to figure out something and put a label. Oh, I see this or I see that.
At my parents' place, it was a very old place and there was wetness on the wall. And as a kid, I used to watch it and narrate stories about it. So this is what I'm doing with the world as well.
Perfect. Perfect. So the labels have been created by the mind. I am not the mind in the stories of the mind. This distinction, this separation needs to be there. This recognition. Oh, actually, there is nothing happening. There is nothing here. Just like that abstract painting, color, there is just color. There is nothing there. It is the mind that has a tendency to look for something. Understand the mind also. It does not like nothing. It does not like abstract. You know, when abstract art had started, a long time back, people didn't like abstract art. What is this? Even I can throw color on the canvas and make it appear like that. You challenge them, okay, show, do it and show. They will not be able to produce anything, even like 1% of what that actual art is. Yes, it's another skill, another level of skill where I move away from objectifying the world towards just its background, moving away from objectifying towards objectlessness. That is the beauty of that artist who can produce something like abstract art. Yes? Somebody who is just used to shapes and objects and forms is stuck in Nama Rupa. The mind is like that person who cannot understand abstract art. Yes? So recognize, oh, the mind is going to bring up this thought. I am the abstract art. I am that objectlessness. I am that consciousness. I am not the object. It is just something that the thought has produced. Yeah? So being able to separate yourself from this. Yeah? Becoming very clear that object is not there. The labeling is there. In my red painting, there was no woman. There was no moon or sun or sunset colors. No, these were labels given by different people who saw that beautiful painting. Truth, there is only color. That's it. Objectlessness. Very clear? So this is something that we can all work on. Recognize that the mind wants or grabs onto labels, but I am not going to fall into the trap anymore. Oh, my dear mind. Yeah, talk to the mind. I'm not falling into this trap. No more labels. So this is a world. This is furniture. This is room. These are labels. This is a person. This is a good person. This is a bad person. This is the boss. This is the friend. This is the enemy. All labels on my abstract art. Rip them off now. This is Viveka. Are you seeing what I'm saying? Yeah. So how this clicked, you got it? Because you already knew it, it's not something new. Just something I was not looking at because of the white pebbles. I was ignoring because of the white pebbles. The white pebbles were the labels. This is the world, this is people, this is furniture, this is a person. Labels. The moment I rip off these labels, I rip off the idea of object. I move towards objectlessness. Is this part very clear? So something that we can all work on. Go out and recognize there is no world here. There is nothing happening here. The happening is a label. The person that I'm seeing, that is a label. The things that I'm attached to is a label. Even Ekta is a label. Only label. Yeah. This part I have to work on. This is the part of Viveka. This cannot be done on the Aham Brahmasmi journey. This has to be done on the Jagat Mithya journey. Are you clear about that part? Yes, it's impossible to do this on the Aham Brahmasmi journey. It will just be theory, it will be memorization. It's not going to work. This has to be an experiential thing that I go out there and do. I am the field of awareness in which these objects have been labeled. These labels have come up. These are nothing but Nama Rupa. Nama Rupa translated into English is a label, a form, and a name given to the form. It's nothing but a label on that picture. An artist draws a beautiful picture. You go and put house, person, farm, tree, sunset. No, he does not see it like that. For him, it is just a beautiful depiction of color. It's love for him. He sees it that way. And you go and you put labels. You see Nama Rupa. You see forms. This is exactly what you have to work on. This is the Viveka that you have to work on. Removing these labels of computer. So it's not that you see yourself as the computer. It started happening naturally to you. You're not seeing yourself as the computer. You're seeing yourself as that field of awareness in which there was this label called computer. But now it is not that label anymore. I am that awareness. It's not, you cannot see yourself as an object. There is no one object because I am objectlessness itself. Yeah. So recognize the field of awareness is what I see myself as. Not as that object, because that object is also really not there. What happens when this waking state comes to an end? Does that computer last? Does it go with you to your dream state? No. Just I, the one that was knowing the waking state, that's the one that knows the dream state. Something else comes up. The forest comes up in the dream state. So these objects are simply labels. Go beyond objects and see, oh, everything is just awareness. It's just Brahman. Stop focusing on the glacier. Focus on the ocean. Okay?
Sometimes I feel I, the void, have condensed to become, like not to become, but appearing as this object. And when I manifest, then I'm not unmanifest at that time. So is that correct, or is it just a play of the mind?
It's a play of the mind. The mind wants some words. You cannot put it in words. Don't even try. On this outward journey, you have to stop the whole thing with words now, because you cannot really capture it in words. How much ever you try to capture it in words, it's not complete. It's not possible. That is why experiential recognition is so important. Because only when I recognize experientially, I really see it. I'm not able to put it in words. I can only see it. Not see it with these eyes, huh? It's not the field of vision, it's the field of awareness. Just a clarification. So, number one, homework for Shailaja. Stop trying to grasp it in words. Not possible. The mind cannot go there. The mind has to drop for the awareness to recognize, aha, I am awareness. For awareness to be aware of itself, the mind needs to drop. Yes, and in that experiential recognition of itself, the awareness knows, aha, I am Brahman, everything is Brahman. Then the mind comes up and says, now I want to put that in words. Not possible, you were not there. You cannot put it in words. You do not have that kind of a dictionary yet. You do not have that kind of a vocabulary yet to put it in those words. Get it? The furthest we've got is consciousness is like the ocean. Consciousness is like space. Consciousness is like fire. That's the furthest that the mind can go. After that, it loses its steam. Do you get it? So drop this hankering to try to put it in words. Can I just see it experientially and be there moment to moment to moment, 24/7? Okay. Yes, it is the mind that has come up later to try and analyze. In that moment, there is simply the recognition I am the field of awareness in which there are these two body minds having this kind of an interaction. Yes? So that recognition is there moment to moment to moment. This is what I have to keep evaluating myself on. Mind will come up with a zillion things later. You have to learn to ignore all that. Recognize it's only thought. Do not jump in. The moment I jump in and hold on to the thought, it becomes a desire. No, I want this, I don't want this, I like this. I don't like this. This should have happened. That should have not happened. This is all desire. You keep away. Yeah? Thought is simply this happened. See, this is not knowledge. See, you're an agyani. Good. Let the thought come. Do not get lured by this thought. It's going to try to poke your ego, no? Many times thoughts do that. It tries to poke your ego and get you to converse with it. Who's conversing? It's the mind. That which cannot even understand the awareness, that is the one coming in front and talking about it. Yes, this is the true meaning of the one who knows does not speak. The awareness, the knowingness, Brahman does not speak. Yes, the one who speaks does not really know. It is the mind that is speaking, it does not know. This is the true meaning of that actual Upanishad verse. And then people didn't get to this level in their exploration and in their thing, so they just applied to teachers, they applied to this, applied to that scripture, whatever. Yeah, okay, baby play. Let them play with toys. But this is the real meaning. That which knows. What knows? The consciousness knows, knowingness knows. Knowing happens at the level of consciousness. That which knows cannot speak. It cannot speak at all. It cannot tell you in words. That which can speak in words, the mind that is formulating these sentences, that does not know it. It cannot know it. Very clear.